All right, our basketball preview today brings us to Wyoming County, home of the Wyoming County Lady Warriors, or Wyoming East Lady Warriors, sorry. And very successful program. Ryan Davidson, head coach, is going to give us a little preview today of the Warriors. Just kind of give me a general overview of this team. I mean, talking to you in the past few months, you're pretty excited about this bunch.
I like this team a lot. I don't know what our ceiling is, but I do like the kids. They're fun to be around. It's a good group. They all want to be here. They work hard. What that's going to end up looking like when we're all said and done, I really don't know. But
It makes it a little fun, though.
It does, and I like where we're at. And we got some young kids that are learning, and that's always fun.
What returning players? Let's talk about them first. Varsity players returning that made an impact last year, probably going to make an impact this year.
You got to start with Abby Baker. She's just an athlete.
Yeah.
And she's become a way better basketball player. She sees the floor. Great kid, works hard. So you got her and Kendall Lusk, who was also on that state championship team.
Right.
And in the past, she's been just a lockdown defender and a shot maker.
Right.
Now she's starting to learn how to handle the basketball, get other people involved. Probably going to run the one for us this year.
Okay.
Not that that's a spot that, it kind of rotates with
right.
what we do.
Yeah, exactly.
And Riley Brown would be our third one that's played a lot of basketball, and I think she's ready to really make that next step and really. I think she's going to have a breakout year. I really do.
I say I've kind of seen like glimpses of that, and they're just kind of waiting for it to explode, and it's about time for something like that.
It's in there.
Yeah.
And she shows flashes. It's just like most kids when they're young. Consistency's the hard part.
Right.
And she's become way more consistent in practice.
Right. Who else do you feel like is going to make an impact for you this year besides those three?
So we got a couple kids that played for us some last year. Reagan Bauer, Coley Tolliver. I figured that they're going to make a step this year. And the freshman, Abby Baker's sister, Jamie Cox.
Okay.
Super athletic kid. Love the way she plays. Loves how hard she works. She's going to be a big part of what we
do. Any of those you feel like is going to be major minute kind of players, or
all three?
All three. Okay.
All three.
Yeah.
Jamie's going to push for major minutes as a freshman.
Okay. Well, that's always good. Good problem to
have. And she's ready for it.
Yeah.
She is. It's just getting used to the game speed and what we do, but she's made for it.
Who else you got that you feel like can contribute?
I think Colleen Martin's going to help us this year. She's always been a good defender. It's just she wasn't real confident with the ball.
Right.
And that's going to put us in about that 8-man rotation. It's about where we're going to be.
Okay.
We kind of lost one this week that was going to be a major part of what we were going to do. But, that happens.
Right.
So we just keep plugging on.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is it's kind of in and out a lot of times, especially I think it's a lot of times kind of the way you play a little bit because you turn it up a notch, that's for sure. So
this is everybody thinks they play hard till they get here,
right?
and then they see what it really is, and that's okay,
right?
Because that's part of the learning. That's probably the hardest part of what we do is your version of playing hard is not always our version of playing hard.
Right, exactly. Talk a little bit about your off-season work, because I mean, when I have talked to some of the girls, about the off-season, and first thing it's like, oh my. So tell us a little bit about your off-season stuff.
Well, we spend a lot of time in the weight room, and our conditioning it's pretty rough. But you've seen us play. If you're going to pressure the ball full court,
right,
then you got to be able to sit down for the length of the game,
right,
and overtime as we did in the state championship game,
right,
or whenever we're down, you've got to be able to go the whole time. So for us, it's got to start in the off season. If it starts when season starts, it's kind of too late,
right,
and it just is.
Yeah.
And there's also a ton of injury prevention that goes with it.
Absolutely.
You can't just jump into what we do in November.
Right.
Physically, you probably won't hold up.
Right.
So we got to condition you and get you ready for that all year.
You're kind of in a lightweight region. There's not many good teams.
Yeah.
I say jokingly.
Yeah.
Really tough region. I mean, everybody talks about getting to the state tournament. I mean, getting out of this region is going to be a trick.
This region's always good. I think until last year, we've been in the state championship game almost every year.
Right.
So, and I don't see why we wouldn't be right there pressing again this year for it, the whole region.
Right.
I think there's some good teams. I think there's some teams that people aren't used to hearing about that are probably going to pop up.
Right.
And that's a good thing, because if you get through this region like it's been in the past, you are championship ready. You're ready for Charleston. And that's a good thing.
Kind of highlight your schedule just a little bit. I mean, it's always, fairly difficult. Who you got to play in this year?
It's hard. Yeah, and start with the region being difficult.
Right.
And then we've got Woodrow is on there.
Okay.
We've got Princeton is on the schedule. They should be good this year.
Absolutely.
Wheeling Central is on our schedule.
Really?
Yeah, we played them at Logan in their classic.
Okay.
So we're going to push ourselves and be ready. Like, we want to know that before we get to Charleston, can we compete?
Yeah.
And I think that puts us in the best spot to do that.
I know the end goal is always state championship, state tournament, stuff like that, and I know you're still kind of working out with this team a little bit, but I mean, feel like pretty confidently that's a goal they can attain.
I think so. And I told you earlier, I really don't know what the ceiling is for this group.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're good enough to compete, for sure. Can we get to that? I don't know. It's going to be up to them. But I know one thing. I don't think anybody will be working harder than we will to get there. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited about this team. Less about a state championship or bust, but more, just watching them grow.
Right.
And they enjoy each other. I mean, they were down there having dinner a few minutes ago. They've done it a couple of times.
Right.
And that's a big deal. I'm enjoying this team.
All right. Ryan Davidson, Wyoming East Basketball.